Hello people, welcome back to my channel for those who have been here before, and hello for you that are new to my channel. Now I've made a video about GK61X keyboard before, so you can check it out guys if you are interested. Otherwise, as promised, today let me show you how I mod my keyboard, and that includes lubing switch and also lubing and clipping the stabilizers. Let's go! First thing first, you have to prepare the tools that you are going to need for this mod, and that's our small paintbrush, screwdriver if you don't have switch opener, the lubricant of your choice. Now mine's is Chinese no-name brand that is similar to Krytox 205 grade 0, the switch itself, and a switch opener. For a switch opener it is optional, but if you can get your hand on this, it will help you tremendously as it will make the process so much faster. But don't worry guys, I will show you how to open the switch with the screwdriver for those who doesn't have the switch opener. Oh, and you might also want some container for you to put the switch once it is disassembled. Now I will show you first how to open the switch with a screwdriver. You have to place your flat head in between the two clips that are holding the upper and the bottom housing together, and push it slowly until the clip is released. And you need to do the same thing for the other side. Now with the switch opener it is so much simpler. You just have to line up the prongs with the switch and gently push down the switch and it should be open. Okay, let's start with the lubing process. Now it is actually a personal preference on how you want to lube your switch. Generally, you can just put a thin layer of lube on your switch and you are good to go. But I like to put a little bit more than the other. But be careful of over lubing as it can ruin your switch feel. And for me, too much lube is not good either because it kind of feels sticky and the rebounds is noticeably slower. First part you want to lube is the bottom housing, and first I like to lube the column on each side, and please be very careful if you see a blob of lubricant left behind, just remove it. You need to apply the lube smooth and evenly without any excess left on the housing. And then what I like to do is put some lube in the stem well, just a little bit, and swirl it around, and then also the outer part. And that's it for the bottom housing. Now for the spring, I have tried different method, but this is what I find the best for me, and it is the dipping method. You want to dip the spring that is going to be on the bottom housing side to the loop and then remove some of the excess, like so. And then you can start to assemble it on the bottom housing first, and don't forget to spin it for a bit. And then for the top part, just put a little loop around and inside the spring, and that's it. Now for the stem, it is quite straightforward actually. You just want to put even lube on the surfaces. There is something that you need to be careful of, and that is which kind of switch you are lubing. If it's linear, you can just lube the legs like this. But if it's a tactile switch, don't lube the legs as it will decrease the tactility of the switch. Sorry for my English, guys. And then what I like to do is just swirl my brush around the stem pole for a bit, and the stem is complete. I also like to assemble the stem back and let it slide up and down the housing like this, and then we can leave it for a bit because we still need to lube the top housing. The top housing is also pretty simple actually. You just want to put even lube on all of the inner side, and we are done with lubing with one switch. Yes, it takes times, but trust me guys, the difference is day and night. Okay, let me show you guys how different it is in terms of sound obviously between lubed and unlubed switch after this. Sorry for the background noise though, my wife was watching Friends on TV while I did this. Now that we are done with the switch, let's move into the next part, and that is how I lube and clip my stabilizers. First, I want to show you how you can take your stabilizer off of your keyboard's plate. You just need a flathead screwdriver and take a look at where the iron bar is. If it is located on the bottom like this, then the clip that holding the steps to the plate is on the top side. So you will want to put your flathead on the top of the steps and then press the clip and pull it toward you. And the stabilizers should come out easily like this. Let's take a closer look at the stabilizer first, because I want to show you the stem legs that you need to cut off of the stabilizer stem. These are the two legs that I meant. Now to disassemble the stabilizers, you have to push the iron bar upwards until it clicked and loose, turn it upside, and then pull it out. Do the same for the other side, and your steps is disassembled. Now let's get ready to clip the leg. The tool that I use to clip the leg is nail cutter, because it is easier than using a scissor. Ideally, you want to use a wire cutter if you have one, but I don't. So I have to use a nail cutter, and it works fine for me. All you need to do is cut off the two legs at the bottom of the stabilizer stem like this. And finally, what I like to do is that I smooth the surface of the bottom of the stem by scraping excess plastic like this. Now let's start lubing the stabilizer's housing first on each side. And then the stem also on each side and the bottom part, and done. Now you just have to align the stem to the housing to assemble it. You just need to take a look at the stem that has two holes, and you want to align that with the housing that also have a hole on the side, which is where the iron bar is going in. And then I like to loop the iron bar on the end of each side like this, and then you can start to assemble the stabilizers. You can do it by putting one of the iron bar end on the housing and on the bottom hole of the stem while the iron bar is facing upward, and then just move the iron bar down like this until it clicked. Do the exact same thing for the other stabilizers and you are done. As you guys can see and hear, once you mod your steps and loop your switches, you can immediately hear the difference. And once you've done it, man, you can also feel the difference. It is really smooth as a butter, man. I have to admit that the Gateron yellow is quite smooth already from the factory in comparison with Cherry MX Red from my opinion. But once you've done it all, it will be a new definition of smoothness. And it makes you want to type all day long. So if you got the time to do it, please give it a try. It really is worth it from my personal experience. So thank you very much guys for watching this video. I'm sorry if the video is too long, but I feel like I cut all the clips that I needed already. So yeah, that's my best. Anyway, don't forget to drop a thumbs up if you like it, and please help me grow this channel by subscribing. Thank you guys once again, I really appreciate for your help, and see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.